Hey, Coach, so glad you found us on YouTube. I have been coaching for 30 years, so I know how many great resources there are out there. I tried to bring them together at teachhoops.com. Let me help you become a better basketball coach. All sorts of great resources on there. And even the best part is the community, the one-on-one calls with me, office hours, you name it. You know, I've been there. You can see behind all the balls. You can see a couple of my players have played in the NBA. I am here to help. I am here to serve. So go over and check it out. Click above, down below, teachhoops.com. Enjoy the video.
All right, so Coach, you're going to give us the your drill, that drill you kind of diagrammed up for me. Can you describe it for the listeners? I will put it down in the show notes for them so they can look at it. But favorite drill, go ahead.
So I've got 4 of them. So will I just go through all 4 of them, or just
you can just kind of describe them. I'll put them, if you gave them to me, I'll put them down below, and they can just click on them and then download them. That's not a problem. But
awesome, pretty cool. So yeah, my favorite drill. It's not so much a drill as it's a game, and I try to put game situations in. So the first one is one-way basket. If you're playing on a full court, we're going to start at one basket and we'll run a play or a set or an action that we want. So let's say pistol dribble handoff into a ball screen, and then we'll play 5-on-5. If the offense scores, what we do is we switch offense and defense. However, if the defense gets a stop, they're now playing full court to the other end. Any basket scored on the other end actually counts 2s and 3s. And if they score straight away, they're on defense and we're just playing regular. However, anytime we score at the basket we started, we will stop and switch it. And essentially what we're trying to do is emphasize that we need a defensive stop before we can score. So we're trying to get that mindset in. Right. Look, we need to stop before we can score. And so we'll do that, and we'll play time. Usually we'll play to 3 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's one of them.
Yep. I love that
second one. So the second kind of one I do is, and this is really for when you have imbalanced teams. A couple of years ago, I had a team of 12, but my 6 guys were really strong, and then the other 6 guys were really weak. So we came up with this drill called perfection. So once or twice a week, we want the strong guys, the starting 5, to be on the same team. So they got to be perfect. We'll play 5-on-5. The strong team gets points for 2s and 3s, just regular. Right. The weak team almost gets a handicap. So they'll get points for offensive rebounds, forced turnovers. If they score 2s and 3s, they get all that. So we'll play 3-minute games.
I love that. We've done that. I remember when I was an undergrad in college, I remember reading an article that basically when kids play games like outside, they'll balance the game so it's more fun. Like they don't want one team to blow it away every time, because then it's so fun to play the game. So they kind of self-regulate that. They used to, at least when they played games. They weren't structured, and that's where I got it from. That's a great. I love that. Like you kind of you self-regulate. I want to call them strong and weak teams. Like I'd call them because we don't want to hurt their feelings. But
no, that's coaches talk. We'll call them something different.
Yes.
But I got this idea from watching golf. It's like, well, with golf you got handicapped, right? And nobody looks at it as a bad way. It's not a negative. So why can't we? I mean, we can change the terminology, but why can't we bring that to basketball? Like and I'll do that with our shooting drills. So I know we're going a little segue. But with some of the shooting drills, I'll get our best players. If you miss 2 in a row, we reset the drill for you. Right. But then for the other guys, if you miss 3 in a row, because they're not good shooters, or our weaker guys miss 4 in a row. So we have to almost adapt to the players you have, because you want them to compete to a certain degree. And like if you tell a weak shooter miss 2 in a row, well, he's never going to get to the next stage.
He's never going to get to the next level. I know. Yeah, I agree.
So so that's kind of. So that I got from golf handicap, and so that's the perfection.
I know my handicap is like 6 digits, so it's not even like golf. Can't coach in golf at the same time. I'm convinced, but it's a good social distancing thing. It is a good social distancing sport, so I should take it up.
Yeah, definitely. So the next game we'll have here is home runs. Home runs for me is. We're really trying to emphasize that after a score, we want to get that defensive mentality. So we'll play 5-on-5, and to get a home run, as soon as the offense scores, you got to get an immediate stop and then score again. So it's not enough just getting a score and a stop. You got to score again. So you got to convert it. Okay. And then we define what a stop is. So it's not like it can't be anything.
Right.
We'll define that this is what we mean as a stop. So if somebody comes down and turns the ball over because he threw a silly pass, that's not a stop.
Okay.
So score, stop, score, and that's a home run. And we'll play usually either 3 to 5 home runs, and we'll play 3 to 5 minutes. So we kind of keep the games short so that we can debrief afterwards. During the games, we try not to let them stop. And I'll explain that as we get a little bit further. Then the last kind of favorite game I have is touchdown. So again, 5-on-5, we're emphasizing actions, whatever they might be. But to get a first team to get a touchdown wins, and a touchdown is a 7-0 run. So it's not enough now just getting a score and a stop and a score. It's you got to get them back to back to back. You got to get 7-0 run, and that's a touchdown.
Okay.
So just to give the 4 kind of drills or games, they're not teaching drills. They're more learning or competitive games. So if we're trying to teach technical stuff, we're not going to use them. But as soon as we kind of let them learn and let them play through mistakes, we'll roll them out there.
Okay, perfect. That's awesome. Thanks. And I, like I said, I'll put them down. I'll have you send them to me, and then I will put them down in the show notes. That's awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed that video. Not that you found us, you already found us. Let me know how I can help. I've won lots of championships, as you can see, won lots of rings. Let me know how I can help you become a better basketball coach. teachhoops.com is one small way. Go over and check it out above and below, and let me know how we can serve you to become a better basketball coach. Enjoy.